I should probably tell you right at the top that I tweaked my back earlier carrying stuff in. It's okay, but it's sort of lower back I can't quite straighten up. But I just thought I'd tell you in case I move a bit weird and you're worried about me. I don't know. But other than that, I've had a lovely day. I found some money in the street. Yeah, just next to some bloke singing. Got a £20 note. Do you like the plasticky material for notes these days? Not really. No, my mate's really arrogant, thinks he knows everything. He was like, actually, did you know they're designed to last longer? I don't think so. Already spent it. Went to a lecture about counterfeit money. Can't remember much. They told us not to make notes. Speaking of money, any of you have to your own online tax return? Oh, it's a nightmare, isn't it? Not knowing what numbers to put in what boxes. And I think they know you're going to give up because there's a button that says submit. Nice looking crowd in today, very nice. Quite a coupley vibe, holding hands, very nice, I like that. See, my wife hates public displays of affection. Like this one day she wouldn't kiss me in front of people and I think she ruined our wedding. That's not true. Nah, I don't have a wife. I don't, that joke only works with wives. I said that one at the beginning, get it out of the way. Do have a girlfriend, though, that's true. And actually asked her, she wants to go out for a meal tomorrow night. She said yes. Yeah, so now I've got the flat to myself. But other than me back, I have had a good day today. I went for a coffee. I love a loyalty card. Don't go to Cafe Nero. Have you seen theirs? You've got to purchase 9 coffees to get a free one. I was off my head by the 8th. Just moved house actually recently, and I was living in quite a shit area. So bad. This one day, looked out the window, saw an old man fall over just outside my house. Couldn't believe it. No one stopped to help him, and I was watching for 2 hours. Got a new housemate. Came home the other night, went into his room. He was in bed burning candles, and I was like, "Oh, it smells like incest in here." He was like, "I think you mean incense." Right? And he laughed. His sister laughed. What's that? Oh, I've just taken some actually. Yeah, thanks so very much. Cheers. Drug dealer over there. So thank you for coming to the show. This is the show, and this is the house I grew up in, and my mum sold it recently and basically found loads of my stuff all in the house, in the loft, chucked it all in a box. I thought it might be fun just to go through the box as we go through the show. I'm just going to put these down. All sorts in here. There's always a deodorant in there. Always a deodorant knocking about. This is quite cool. So when I was at uni, I did a project where I'd interview well-known comedians and ask them all for one piece of advice. So I've got those here, so I could tell you some of these in the show. Actually, before I do the first one. There we go. So... Lee Evans said, "Come on stage with a lot of energy." Was that worth it? What we got here? Oh yeah, this. So over the years, I've written quite a few Edinburgh Comedy Festival shows, and sometimes you write jokes you like, but they don't quite fit in the show. And when I found this, I went through it because I used to just put all those jokes in there, and some of them are quite good. They're just a bit random, so I thought I could tell you some of these. For example, they say your online password should be a secret, so mine's my sister's adopted. My girlfriend told me she changes her Facebook password from time to time. That's the same word. My girlfriend bought me a book called Stop Smoking with Darren Brown. I've never met him. I've got some fun facts here as well. Did you know Wolverhampton is what happens to Northampton when there's a full moon? This next fun fact was actually on the Edinburgh Comedy Festival Top 10 Jokes of the Fringe list last year. Yeah. With, did you know if you get pregnant in the Amazon, it's next day delivery? There's one more fun fact here. The phrase, I say tomatoes, you say tomatoes, doesn't work written down. So... Anyone else have a bad back? Oh, quite a few of you. Oh, you are. Yeah, it's annoying, isn't it? So this is right in the lower bit. And is it best just to keep moving it about? No, it's on. Yes, no, it's okay. See, I do have a back condition, but I don't think it's directly related to this because this is right in the base bit. But I've got scoliosis. You know what scoliosis is? So that's sort of an S-shape, like curve of your spine, and with me, it sort of affects the upper bit. So one rib cage sticks out more than the other. If you run your finger across, it's like a step. My older brother always used to pick on me about it. Always call me a step brother, and he'd never get told off by my mum or his dad. So I've got scoliosis, got Crohn's disease as well. Got all sorts of stuff. Anyone know what Crohn's disease is? No one at all. No. So it's inflammation of the bowel, right? It's not very nice, but it's one of those things. I just think you've got to try and see the best in it if you can. And I think the best thing about having Crohn's is that no one really knows anything about it, which also means I now never have to do anything I don't want to do. So, like, go to my mum's for Sunday dinner. She's like, Mark, do you want some broccoli? I go, I can't. I've got Crohn's. Or go drinking with your mates. They're like, Mark, do you want to do some shots? I go, I can't. I've got Crohn's. Or my girlfriend's like, Mark, can I do with a strap on? Yep. Yeah, doesn't affect that. That's a good tester joke for an audience, and you'll pass. Very good. See, with this job, a lot of people say it's the bravest job in the world. You've got to be so brave. And I think that's nonsense. You don't have to be that brave to do this. Like, I honestly think the bravest people, the men and women that work in the services, do you agree with that? Yeah, because there are a lot of dangerous people stopping off for petrol. Spent a lot of time on the motorway, saw a sign that said, keep 2 chevrons apart. Now, I don't know what a chevron is, but they clearly don't get on. I was driving behind a bus on the back. There's a big sign saying, driver required. I like driving to gigs. Don't like getting the train. Don't really like the people that work at the train station. Think they can be a bit rude. I went there this one day, went up to the desk. I said to the man, can I have a cheap ticket to London, please? He said, it's peak time. I said, OK. Can I have a cheap ticket to London, please? Spent a lot of time on the road doing all sorts of gigs. The weirdest gig I've ever done was I did a car park comedy gig in the lockdown. Did you have car park comedy gigs around here? No? So it's basically this big car park. Stage was one end, and then they had to drive in, and they weren't allowed to get out of their car, so they had to tune their radio in so they could hear what was going on. And then if they liked a joke, they had to beep their horn. It's so weird, but you do actually get used to a beep meaning a laugh. On the way home, I cut some bloke up. He found it hilarious. Get to play all sorts of gigs. I did some military shows. I played an air base like this. I normally give that a bit more, but back hurts. don't always get to play nice people like you. Like, the worst people you could do comedy to is stag and hen groups, I think. And the worst one I had, whole stag group got kicked out while I was on stage. And then when I left the building later, one of them started a fight with me outside. And he was so drunk, he did that macho thing where he took his shirt off and wanted to fight me bare-chested. And I said to him, why have you taken your shirt off? He went, I only take my shirt off for two things, fighting and shagging. Right? He then punched me in the face, and I have never felt so relieved. Mickey Flanagan, try using links between material. This is a silly one. The other day, my little baby pet shark said his first word. He said, "Dada." The other day, I thought I was being chased by Heat magazine paparazzi, but it was okay. Did someone just call me paranoid? I entered the best poo competition, tried hard, it's in the hands of the judges now. What else we got in there? Picture of my nephews. It's quite nice. Got that Christmas one, yeah, just left it at my mum's, I think, by accident. No, I had a nightmare the other day. I had to pick my nephew up from school, and then I got instructions, had to go to a pharmacy to get this very specific type of head lice shampoo. And then when I got back, my sister-in-law told me I got the wrong one, but they were similar kids. See, I don't know much about kids and all that sort of thing. Like, I remember when my first nephew was born, my sister-in-law said to me, "Mark, can you burp Taylor?" I was like, "Taylor." I think, as you can tell with that joke, I'm not mature enough to have kids. I babysat him once, put him to bed. He comes down the stairs. He's like, "Uncle Mark, I think there's a ghost in my room." So I got up and legged it. Sometimes I like to sleep in the fetal position, which isn't very comfortable for my mum. Too much? All right, I'll line it up. The other day, my grandmother fell asleep in a restaurant. It's okay, because it was Nando's. You explaining it? I love that. You just went, Nando's. Don't worry, this honestly, I do a lot of thinkers, so this happens quite a lot. So, will you explain it to you? Yeah, you explain it to her. Okay, cool, nice one. What's your name? Sarah, nice one. If you have any trouble with anyone, put your hand up, we'll go through it. I don't mind. It's only... You paid money to watch the show, you should get all the jokes, it's only fair. I tell you what, I've got some thinkers coming up later. I'll pre-warn you just before, all right? Yeah? Sweet, nice. So yeah, that was the nan, talking about the nan. My nan's actually going a bit crazy, actually. She keeps telling everyone she's being stalked, but I haven't seen anything suspicious, and I've been following her. So, that's my nan. It's my mum's birthday. It was her birthday back in August, and I went round there just before, and I said to her, it's your birthday coming up, not sure what to get you. I think I might get you a dress. But, I'm a man, I don't know what size, what colour. I said, what sort of dress would you like? She said, summery. I said, it's your birthday, not sure what to get you, what would you like? My father worked 12 hours a day to put food on the table. Great dad, slow cook. Actually, a few years ago, all my family predicted what we thought my sister would end up doing for a living. Turns out she works for a sex chat line. Yeah, I called it. I've had loads of different jobs. At the age of 30, I was a Virgin Air steward, working for British Airways. You Used to work in a garden centre. This guy asked me what water feature he should buy, and I was like, well... Used to work in an ice cream shop. This one day I was supposed to start work at 9, got there at 9:30. Boss was angry, came over, he said, Mark, you're late, I want you to make the time up. I said, OK, it's 9. This guy came in, he asked for 1 scoop and sauce. I said, Rihanna's pregnant, and my mate Steve told me. Next one's a thinker. So if you're considering a job as a meteorologist, you need to decide whether or not... Meteorologist is a weather person. Next one's a thinker as well, and then we're good. Next one's the hardest one, actually. Actually, I'll try and work out whether you'll get it. What do you do for a living? NHS. Oh, that's... Oh. That's very good. Nice. I actually had a group in from the NHS the other day, and I asked them all what they did. And this one woman said that she's a surgeon. This other woman said she's a first responder. And I thought, no, you're not. So I reckon you'll get this, because you would have done manual handling courses and things, like picking people up, right? So, yeah, so you'll get this one, I reckon. So, so I used to work in a warehouse, and I messaged my boss saying, what's the safest way to pick up a heavy box? And he texted straight back. Yeah? Sweet. So this is what I love about this job, is like every gig, every show, you have different reactions, different jokes, different times of interaction. It's brilliant. Like, it's really fun. A lot of people say comedy's the new rock and roll. Well, if you want to know how many women I sleep with, then this week alone, last week alone... You get to all sorts of gigs doing this job. Like, I did this, like, benefit show, this sort of like a charity thing, and Boris Johnson was there, right? And he knew I was a comedian. He asked me the classic question. He said, what's the worst heckle you've ever had? And I said, fuck off, you wanker. I don't get heckled. I remember when Boris Johnson was announced as Prime Minister, I got very excited about that evening because my girlfriend messaged me saying, BJ, PM. Speaking of world leaders, I had this weird conversation with my mum about the potential of Putin launching a nuclear rocket at us. And she said he needs a good telling off. And I was thinking, I hope she doesn't do it. Because when I was a kid and she wanted me to stop doing something, she'd go 5, 4, 3. Let's do some more advice. Noel Fielding's the next one. Do you like Noel Fielding? Yeah. Hang on a second, sorry. Don't panic. Where's that gone? I had it earlier because we did another show. Yeah, it's all right. It's just... it's not on the there's not a bit of paper on the floor, is there? Is there that? Can't really bend down. No. Hang on. It's not... No. It's definitely not there. Maybe I've got it there. Oh. Sorry, I had no idea why that's there. Anyway, here we go. Noel Fielding, you need to have a good look. Here's a fun thing you could do if you get bored. Book an appointment with a feng shui expert, but every so often phone to rearrange it. Oh, my tapestry exam's looming. I'm going to shock you now. I agree with fly tipping. Yeah, just leave that there. My friend asked me if I wanted to know the difference between vaping and smoking. I said, no tart. So... Here we go. My girlfriend said I was average. I thought, that's mean. Oh, we got some fans of maths jokes in, have we? I do have another maths joke that doesn't always work. It's a bit sort of niche, I think. But I think this could be... You did, yeah, this might be the audience for it. Hang on, here we go. So... My friend had a go at me for being a maths geek, which was weird because normally he's nice as 3.14159. That is the best that's ever done. Oh, good work, Brighton. What else we got in here? Oh, this is... Okay, yeah, so... A few years ago, I decided to write down every heckle I got at comedy clubs and then just read them to the audience members so you see the sort of stuff that gets shouted at us, and I thought it might be fun. I'll tell you some. Actually, while I've got this here, I also do impressions. You like impressions? Yeah? Okay, so my first impression is an impression of a campfire. Thank you. I'm so hot. That was it. My second impression is an impression of a hurricane. Thank you. That was long-winded. So, heckles, here we go. So, actually, I got heckled recently. I think it counts as a heckle. I did a gig up north, and there's a stag group in. This guy's phone went off, quite rude. He answered it. He just started having a chat during my show. I was like, right, I'm a professional comedian. I'll deal with this. I said, who is it? He went, it's your mum. Right, and that got laughs in the room, and I thought, actually, it's quite funny. Anyway, it turns out he nicked my phone. You get all sorts happening at gigs. This one time, massive fight kicked off. At the time, no one really knew what happened. Turns out it was 2 chevrons. You heard that? So here we go, all the heckles that I got from the top. You're shit. That's a classic. Bring back the last guy. Get off. Ed Sheeran. Ginger. He's not ginger, he's strawberry blonde. He's fucking ginger. Let's start heckling each other. Shaggy. I'm thinking Scooby-Doo, not rapper. I don't get it. Happens all the time. This next one's my favourite one. Why are you doing this to us? Not funny. Who booked this guy? I'm funnier than this. That was the first gig. Right, Ed Sheeran's the one I get all the time. And, I walk through a town centre and it just gets shouted at me constantly. It's really annoying. And I was at home the other day reading a magazine article about him, big picture of him. I started complaining about people saying I look like him. My nan was there. She tried to make me feel better. She went, come on, Mark. Sure you don't look anything like him? Show me the picture. So I did. And she went, that guy's been following me. Oh, my friend wants me to join his gang. He phoned me the other day. He said, we're doing a burglary. Are you in? I said, no. And he robbed my house. Had an argument with my friend about what part of her body gets circumcised. I said, it's a penis. End of. My friend said he can do an impression of a Native American. I said, that's racist. He said, how? I said, stop it. My friend suffered from anxiety. He said to him, ever start to panic? Take a deep breath. He drowned. And that was quite a good reaction for that one. Generally, people don't like that joke, right? And what I've noticed over the years is people just don't really like jokes about death. Just makes people a bit uncomfortable. They don't laugh as much. But to me, it's just silly wordplay, right? And the death bit's added. It's not that important to it. But actually, after that, I've got two more I want to do. So my friend said if he was going to get euthanised, to jump on a plane and go to Switzerland. I said, that's one way. So actually, I read an article about a guy that suffocated his mother with a pillow. Not the best start for a joke, is it? The thing is, I feel sorry for the pillow because memory foam has got to live with that. You see me? They're just silly jokes, right? But people get really tense with subject matter. Like, you've got to be careful these days. Like, audiences do get triggered really easily, and I never want to upset anyone with a joke. That's not why I do it. It's like, I've got some jokes with the word gay in the setup. They're not offensive in the slightest, but when I say the word, I can feel whole audiences go like this, and at the end of the joke, they've got to decide, was that okay? Was that not okay? And by the time they've worked out it was all right, it's too late to laugh, right? Like, it is nice that they're worried, but it just doesn't help the jokes. For example, I think my best friend might be gay. Showed him my willy. He said, leave it out. Actually, one of my best friends is gay, and he told me he slept with 300 men. I said, give or take. He said, that's none of your business. Hang on, I'm just going to do a weird thing. This might look weird, but... Oh, let's just click that. That's good. Sorry. Let's talk about something nice. Anyone been anywhere nice on holiday lately? Good chat. Okay, cool. Anyone been anywhere abroad? Whereabouts? Bali? Oh, lovely. Was that hot? Yeah. Nice. I do like a hot holiday. Although I don't use sun cream anymore. Ever since my girlfriend told me she's always been attracted to men that are well read. Anyone been anywhere else nice? Italy, lovely. I went for an Italian meal there. Oh dear. Thought that might get a better reception. So, I suppose there is only one bar. What was it? Was it you right? Was it? Was it was that a phone call? Was it like an alarm? Alarm. Oh, what you got to do? Fuck up a gig. Is it a medication thing? Because we've got a drug dealer over here if you want to... Is it all right, yeah? You need to do anything? That's all right, don't worry, it's all good. No, don't be sorry, it's all right. That's just all... That will make the cut, it's good. It's good. It's all good content. What was I talking about when that happened, though? Holidays. Oh, I was Italian. You said Italian holiday, right? Nice. I went for Italian meal the other night. Couldn't decide which pizza I wanted. And the guy was like, half and half? I was like, no, I'll pay. Anyone else been away? Anywhere nice? Turkey. Anywhere else? Last time I went on a proper holiday, right, I was on the beach, took my shirt off. This really attractive lady came over. She said, oh, you must work out. I was like, oh, thanks very much. She went, no, you must work out. So I've just started a new powerlifting program, week 1. That's what they call me. Got kicked out of my yoga class. The woman said, you must leave. I said, namaste. So, something I like to do is I like to ask audience members what their hobbies are and do a joke just for you about your hobby, right? I normally go quick fire across the front row, but don't panic. It's just say your hobby. I won't ask anything else. It's really easy. So I can start with you. What's your name on the end, mate?
Anthony.
I might just get me saying that again because I said it a bit weird. What's your name, Anthony? Your hobby, we're doing hobbies now, yeah.
Whittling.
Whittling. What's whittling?
Wood.
Whittling wood.
Whittling wood.
Okay. What joke would work? What's your hobby, mate?
Graffiti artist.
Graffiti artist. Okay, I don't know much about art really. Actually, you probably think I'm a chilled out sort of guy, but I recently got very angry about a self-portrait. Yeah, that wasn't like me. What's your hobby?
Baking.
Baking. The other day, my mum made a diabetic ginger cake, so he couldn't eat it. What's your hobby, mate?
Skydiving.
Skydiving. I actually fell out with my skydiving instructor. What's your hobby, mate? Football. I used to be a football referee. One game, player came up to you towards the end. He said, "It full time yet?" I was like, "Nah, still got the other job." What's your hobby?
You're filming, aren't you?
I'm filming, yeah.
So my hobby is swimming then.
Swimming then. I do one for swimming, and then we do a director's cut one. So my nephew just started swimming, and he told me the other day he got a 10-metre badge. I was like, that is way too big. That's a nice one. And then what's the other one?
Wanking.
Wanking. Okay. What's that like, on the whole? It's just taken this comedy special from a 15 to an 18. What's your hobby, mate? Having a drink. I went out with my mate the other day. He said he's so rich he can afford to buy an entire pint of tequila. What a big shot. What's your hobby? Genealogy. Tell me, what does that mean?
Looking at my ancestors.
Oh, family stuff. I suppose it's all relative. What's your hobby? Photography. Did you know the French like taking photos of cats? They've got an app for it called Snapchat. Oh, we've got a lot of GCSE French in the room. What's your hobby, mate?
Yes.
What?
This lady.
This lady is your hobby? What? I took that as being filthier than you did. What do you mean? Would you just hanging out together and doing nice things? Doing what things? Gardening. I used to work at a garden centre. This guy asked me what water feature he should buy. And I was like, well, that was cool. What's your hobby? Fishing course. Yeah. Oh, some people look a bit like... A course is a type of fishing, if you didn't... I'll tell you what, we'll do another one, because so everyone... I've done another one. So just for the thing, we'll pretend that we haven't done that one. Just say fishing again, OK? So I'll make it look natural. So. All right, mate. What's your hobby?
Fishing.
Oh, I've got a line on that. Yeah. Not bad. I reckon we could do better. We'll do it again. We'll do a better one. Say fishing again. So, what's your hobby, mate?
Fishing.
Oh, keeping it real? Yeah? Shall we do another one? Yes or no? Yeah? Took the bait? Nah, it's all right. I'll let you off the hook. What's your hobby?
Sewing.
Sewing. My nan taught me to sew, actually. And I remember I must have been about 8 years old. And this one day she got... Oh, I've lost my thread. Last one. What's your hobby, mate?
Walking the dog.
Walking a dog. I can't remember how long it took to train my dog, but it'll come to me. No, I spend a lot of time in parks picking up poo, so my girlfriend got me a dog to make it less weird. So, who was into art? Graffiti? Yeah, so I don't know much about art, but I have tried to get into it, because I want to be able to do it. So I've actually got some stuff I could show you. this is my first ever self-portrait. I didn't know what I was doing, and my friend said you should use a mirror. It's not bad, is it? First go. But I thought a good way to learn about it is to start collecting art. So I've actually started collecting a few pieces. So this is Overdue Library Books. It's quite a nice piece, I think, isn't it? Is that there? And then this is Clean Up Your Dog's Mess. I'll pay £1,000. That's quite a simple design, that, but actually it's one of my favourites. I think it's quite powerful. And this is a penalty charge notice on a windscreen. So, as you can tell, I mainly deal with fine art. Michael McIntyre said, you need to look more at home on stage. I did a show the other day, and one of the audience members tried to guess what the joke was going to be. It was quite good, so I thought I'd tell you it. He went, are you admiring your semi? That's worth a shout out. Just got a new kidnapping van? Get in. I think the worst camouflage I've ever seen is every camouflage I've ever seen. Have any of you lot seen the TV show First Dates? Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I imagine it's someone going, it's like a big raisin. I've never seen so many people explaining a joke. Got it now? Yeah, sweet, good. Oh, good news, I'm going to be on the TV show Hoarders. Yeah, I won't tell you what happens. I don't want to give anything away. Do you want to see a picture of my girlfriend? Yeah, okay, there she is. It's in a shop with a cuddly toy, like an alligator or something. So... there's another one. Put in a funny face. So. That's that one with her mum. It's quite nice. Some sort of formal do, I think. Oh, there's one out sunbathing. He's got some sunglasses on. Nice weather. Oh, there's one nightclubbing. Sort of face paint on. So, to be honest, she's not very supportive of my comedy. Like with this show, she said she didn't think I'd come up with enough stuff to fill the time I got to do. And I thought, I'll show her. So coming up towards the end of the show now, I could tell you about my girlfriend a bit, if you like. My girlfriend had a boob job. Yeah, she used to sell bras. My brother had a hand job. Used to sell gloves. I had a blow job. It was nice. Messaged my girlfriend asking her to describe the first time we made love. She texts back quite quick. She said she thought I'd get the name of the Black Eyed Peas frontman wrong. I said, will I now? Honeymoon period. That's unlucky. So, I remember... So I remember when we first started seeing each other, I brought her back to mine, took her up to my room, put on some romantic music. She was like, oh, Michael Bublé covers. I was like, yeah, and pillowcase. My next door neighbours have sex really loudly. It's so annoying. They started the other day and my girlfriend was like, should go bang on their door. I said, two wrongs don't make a right. I remember one of the first times we had sex, right? We're lying next to each other afterwards. She turned to me. She said, wasn't that great? I was like, yeah. She went, wasn't that great? She could be a bit kinky. Sometimes she scratches during sex. Last week, she won £10. So I recently woke up to find my girlfriend using her vibrator in complete silence, and I thought, that is not on. So we're doing it this one time. She was like, Mark, can we take off your socks? So I was like, okay. So my girlfriend asked me what my ultimate sexual fantasy was. Right, it's nothing weird, don't panic. I just told her I've always quite liked the idea of being woken up by a blowjob. And then the next morning I was like, what's that in my mouth? It was nice to meet her dad. So I never know how to end the show, really. You want to end with something sort of memorable. Everyone sort of walks away and goes, oh, that bit. And see, if you watch a lot of comedians, they do a thing at the end, a lot of them, where they do a thing called a callback, which is a joke where they refer to something that was spoke about earlier on in the show. It gives the whole thing a nice sort of structured feel, but I can't do that because I've got Crohn's. So we can't end with that. So what can we do? We could do this. Actually, we won't end on this, but as you're a fun crowd, we could do this. Just on the end there, how tall are you, mate?
5'9".
5'9", brilliant. Next one, how tall are you?
6'2".
6'2", are you? Oh, brilliant. Next one, how tall are you? 179 centimetres. Why are you talking like that? Do you know what that is in feet? 5'11". I'll say that then. Was it?
I'm modern.
You're modern? Is that a modern thing? Is it? Oh, right, nice. How tall are you? 5'7", brilliant. See? How tall are you? 5'7" as well, lovely. How tall are you, mate? 5'11". How tall are you? 5'11" as well. How tall are you? 5'5", brilliant. How tall are you? 5'10", and how tall are you? 6'2", brilliant. How tall are you? 5'7", and on the end, how tall are you? 6 foot. Next row, how tall are you?
5'9".
5'9". Next one. 5'9", lovely. Next one. 6'3". How tall are you? 5'5". How tall are you, mate? 6'1", brilliant. How tall are you? 5'1". How tall are you? 5'11". Oh, wicked. How tall are you? 6 foot. Okay, next one. And then in the end? 5'8", brilliant. Oh, I'm so proud of myself. I used to be scared of heights. I did that to 160 people once and they were not happy. So I did learn my lesson. So we won't end with that. What I thought we could do to end is something energetic and memorable. But genuinely, be careful of my back, because I haven't done this with a bad back before. But what I thought might be funny, right, just to clear the area there a little bit. Just yeah, that's it. That's nice. Just all your phones that you've dropped throughout the show. That's it. So what I thought might be fun is to end the show with a conga.
Oh, no!
There we go. Do do do, come let's do the conga. Do do do, come let's do the show. Do do do, come let's do the conga. Okay, that's never happened before. Wow, cool. Well, it's certainly a memorable gig, isn't it? Flipping, I absolutely shit myself then. Anyway, I'm going to try and end the show somehow. Some more advice here. Jason Manford, at the end, try to get the audience to follow you. Got this. One more bit of advice from Jack D. The audience need to get to know your character, so create a backstory. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been memorable, it's been really fun. Thank you very much. Cheers.